You gonna stay in my way, Missy? Good morning, everybody. I just want to do a little bit of exercise and talk to you for a few minutes. Hope you don't mind. I was reading something this morning about how there are some guys that don't like women. They're not gay, they just don't like them. But they like having sex with them, and being around them, but personally, they personally don't like women. And I tend to believe it, and I think it's a lot of truth to that, because I kind of feel that way, about men. I don't really like them, but I like, they're attractive, I like having sex with them, or whatever. Then, now, no, I am not a real sexual person anymore, because people are so easy. And anyway, if I did, that person would be mine. Sleeping with nobody else for me. But I think I am done with that. And I think as well that it's not, men and women are not born that way, of not liking the opposite sex. It's what they've seen, what they grew up seeing, what they were exposed to. By some people. Like, guys could have had a overbearing mom, She could have been very sexual, borderline whore, just not doing what she's supposed to. And then the young kids would see this and think, as they get up, I don't want that in my life, and they kind of generalize, like, women, certain women are that way. Like I said, it's what they've seen, what they grew up with. You got to be careful with your kids, because I as well am a product of that thinking, that, and it's truthful. I'm not the only one. There's people out there, there's men out there who do not like women. I read it today, and there's women out there that don't like men. A lot of it could have stemmed from, with the women's side, growing up with step this and step that, or period, watching the father disrespect the mom, trying to sexually abuse you. You figure, oh, this is what love's supposed to be. No, thank you. And then you grow up trying to avoid that, because that's all you've seen. And maybe that's not the only thing you've seen in your family. You could have seen it in your friend's family as well, and think that, wow, all women are like that, loud and ugly acting and don't present themselves well. Personally, I saw a lot of abuse towards my mom. Hey, are you eating something? What was that? And I saw her take it, which pissed me off to no end, because I figure you're supposed to be strong. You don't let people do things to you. They're a person like you're a person. They try to hurt you, you try to hurt them more. It's just a simple way about it. So, I understand. So at my age now, it's hard to find just a friend. But I learned that as well, that you can't find friends on dating sites, because the dating sites is basically guys looking for sex, or females. I kind of thought about that one, and I'm like, no wonder every time I would, you know, meet someone or talk with someone, they talk about sex. Pisses me off to know it ain't nobody touching me. So, yeah, I'm gonna, I say this almost every year. I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna mingle. So you can meet people, they can see your personality. You can see them and see if you want to be around that person. With these profiles, you don't know. As soon as you see them, you know what I'm saying? It's you weren't around them and laughing and talking and hear about their BS or whatever they're into. You don't know their personalities, and then 9 times out of 10, they just want to do you. So no. So thank God that I am a strong person, and nobody, get over on me that way. I don't play that kind of stuff. And you have to be careful because of everything that's out there. Texas alone, I heard, have a lot of venereal diseases in it. That turned me off years ago. I'm good. So, but I would like to have a friend come over, watch a movie. I like to cook, so taste my recipes and stuff. We go walk our dogs, something besides trying to end up in bed where 9 times out of 10 you ain't no good anyway. Don't get me started. I'm not going to do that. But yeah, just some people just want a friend. And I know my personality. If I'm with somebody too long, I want them gone anyway. So that means I like my privacy, basically. So if we gel like that, they know when to leave, and just to be a friend and don't talk about anything physical, which that'll probably be hard unless you make a friend from a homosexual person, because they're not interested in women, But it's really hard. They don't like smart women because they think you are too aggressive, which I am. Don't play with me. And personally, I just would want a friend because, like I said, I kind of don't like you guys a whole lot. I just would like to have a buddy, a friend, not someone intrusive, But that's the way it is. But let me get back to working out. I put this on because, like I said, I bake 3 days a week, and I eat a lot of my baking. So, and I notice it's settling in here. So I'm going to try to wear this few hours a day, but not on my bare body, because when I used to wear it before, it make you itch, and then it can cause you to have little blisters. So, but I'm going to stick to it because this is where the weight has been collecting, in my waist. Love you guys. Don't take anything personal or whatever. Everybody has their own way about themselves, and I have mine. And I'm going to try to start mingling, bowling alley, you know what I'm saying, to try to find a friend that is not having sex on the brain, because it just pisses me off, Anyway, smooches.